In this third example video, we're going to have a look at the reflections of a triangle in these different lines. So it's asking us to draw the triangle first with the coordinates 4, 3. So 4, 3 is here. A common mistake really is to get these coordinates wrong, so spend some time making sure that you get these right. 5, 6 is 5 across, 6 up, so that was 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. And 3, 4, 3, 4. Now normally it asks you to label these coordinates, but it hasn't asked you to do it in this question. So we're just going to draw the triangle like that. And of course, as I said before, you would use a ruler to draw these. It says here now to draw the reflection of this triangle in the x-axis. So the x-axis is along here. If you're to reflect that, then that's the mirror line. So look at this point here, and we count 1, 2, 3 squares, and the other side 1, 2, 3 down here. This one is 4 down, and so we're going to continue another 4 down to get to here. And finally the third one is 6 down, and then we continue at 6 down to -6, which is down here. And you may see that I have used a graph here that where the axes, the number on the axis here, is quite misleading. To make room for the 0, the -1 is sort of floating in the middle here. That should be on that dash, and the -2 should be here. The -3 is here, and the -4 is here. So look how misleading this axis is. I didn't use the axis here, but I was using it to check, and when I checked that, it seemed to be at -5, which doesn't work because I'm going to count the squares down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should actually say -6 on it, and it looks a bit difficult to read there, so I wouldn't use those values. I'd just count the squares. It seems more accurate here. To reflect it in the y-axis, we look at our original triangle and reflect it in the y, and that's this line here. So by counting squares, go 1, 2, 3, we continue that 1, 2, 3 to here. This one was 4 across, and that would be here. And finally, this is 5 across, we count another 5 to get to here. Again, you could check this with tracing paper, but it looks like a pretty decent reflection to me so far. What about now in the line x equals 6? X value is 6, represents this line. Now it goes up here. So that's the line x equals 6. I'm going to label that by writing x equals 6 here. And then I reflect it by counting squares. So it's 1 to the dotted line, and then another 1 over here. 2 to the dotted line, another 2 brings you here. And 3 to the dotted line, another 3 brings you here. Easy. And finally, the line y equals 7. Y is here, the value of 7. I'm just going to count it because I don't really trust this axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm going to draw the dotted line across over here. Label it y equals 7. And count squares to that. So it's 1 to the dotted line, another 1 here. This is 3 to the dotted line, another 3 brings us up here. And 4 to the dotted line, another 4 brings us up to the top here. There you go. Easy.